The second hospital stay is the one that changes everything. Because the first time feels unexpected. But the second time makes you ask, what did we miss at home? Parkinson's didn't send him back. Small changes did. And this time, the goal was clear: no more ambulance rides if they could prevent it. The discharge papers were still sitting on the kitchen table. The tremors were not new. The stiffness wasn't new. Parkinson's had already been part of the home for years. But weakness had increased. Hydration had slipped. Balance had faltered. And a small fall became a hospital admission. Now everything had to change. Managing Parkinson's at home became less about living with a diagnosis and more about preventing another crisis. Medication timing became non-negotiable. Doses were set out the night before. Alarms were used. No delay. No guessing. Because even a missed window meant more rigidity. More rigidity meant slower movement. And slower movement meant higher fall risk. Hydration was no longer optional. Water became part of the routine, not just when thirst appeared, because Parkinson's can dull that signal. Meals changed too. Coughing during meals was no longer brushed off. Sitting upright was required. Smaller bites. Longer meal times. Because swallowing changes can quietly lead to aspiration. And aspiration leads back to the hospital. The house itself changed. Rugs removed. Nightlights added. Chairs with firm arms. Shoes worn indoors. But the most important change wasn't in the house. It was in the attention. Small changes were no longer ignored. A slightly softer voice. More hesitation in a doorway. Darkened urine. Increased confusion in the evening. Nothing dramatic. But dramatic isn't usually how readmissions begin. Constipation was addressed early. Sleep was protected. Mood changes were acknowledged. Because preventing hospitalization is not one big intervention. It is 100 small, consistent decisions. Encourage gentle movement daily. Monitor swallowing. Protect medication timing. Address infections early. Respect fatigue. Slow everything down. Preventing another hospital stay became the mission. Not through panic, but through structure. Parkinson's does not automatically mean repeated admissions. But unmanaged small changes often do. And sometimes the most powerful care is the quiet kind, the kind that never makes it to the emergency room. This story is shared for educational and informational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider for guidance specific to your situation. If you're caring for someone at home and want practical guidance on preventing emergencies before they happen, subscribe to Care Before Crisis. You don't have to navigate this alone.